Hey guys, I'm Kenan with MakeUseOf.com, and today I'm reviewing the Mobvoi TicWatch Pro 3, which combines state-of-the-art hardware with strong battery endurance. But is it worth $299? For Wear OS enthusiasts, it's the best smartwatch ever made, but who else should buy it? The TicWatch Pro sports the best hardware in the Wear OS ecosystem, its second-to-none battery life, and diverse features take Android a step closer to the Apple Watch. But let's get one thing straight, Wear OS is not a great operating system. While the TicWatch Pro 3 comes closer than any other smartwatch before it, it's still not on the same level. So here's a little bit about myself. I've been a fanatical user of fitness wearables since 2014, having gone hands-on with most major brands at conventions or through review units. And up until the TicWatch Pro 3, every Wear OS device that I've tried has been mediocre at best, mostly because of the lack of support for Wear OS from Google and the horribly outdated processors that Wear OS devices used. The TicWatch Pro 3 still has Wear OS, but its use of the state-of-the-art Wear 4100 platform gives it a massive leg up over its competitors. So while the Wear 4100 platform is universally faster, the main advantage is battery life. It gets a whopping 3 days of battery life with most of its smart features turned on. So that means you get gesture navigation and screen control, constant step counting and notification support, and 3 full days of battery life. Technically, the TicWatch can get 45 days of battery life using what's called Essential Mode. In Essential Mode, the watch kills off all non-essential Wear OS features like notifications, but it keeps fitness tracking metrics like heart rate and steps active. And you can even still switch on the backlight when you use gestures. So you're probably wondering, how is 45 days of battery life possible? Essential Mode basically shuts down off the more power-intensive components of the device, such as the AMOLED display and most of its internal processors. Instead, it relies on a special Cortex-M0 processor, which is manufactured on a quote-unquote 7nm technology node. So this 5th processing core is extremely efficient, and that's basically a crude summary of why the TicWatch Pro gets such a long battery life in Essential Mode. And while the battery life is fantastic for Wear OS, the fitness tracking, particularly the heart rate monitoring, is also solid. Compared to the FitBit, the TicWatch offers the same type of PPG sensor, but with 4 times the number of LED lights. And while its heart rate tracking seems at best as accurate as a Fitbit, it doesn't seem to do a good job at tracking the various phases of sleep. So first, let's talk about heart rate tracking. I drew a comparison chart between the Fitbit versus heart rate tracking directly above the TicWatch. And as you can see, the trends, peaks, troughs are identical to one another, and there's about 10 to 15% variance between maximum heart rates and minimum heart rates. But we're talking about PPG sensors, not ECG, so they're not likely bulletproof in accuracy. But overall, the TicWatch gives you a good idea of your heart rate variance throughout the day. And while there's also a degree of exercise and blood oxygen detection, it's not quite on the same level of a Fitbit. Overall, its fitness tracking is good, but not perfect. Sleep tracking, unfortunately, is where the TicWatch falls way behind its competitors. I did a comparison chart comparing a Fitbit Versa with a Withings sleep mat to the TicWatch. And as you can see, there's a great deal of similarity between Withings and Fitbit's data. The TicWatch seems to be completely off for deep sleep and REM sleep. And it seems to get light sleep and no sleep periods with roughly 50% accuracy. Overall, if you need a sleep tracker, you should consider a Fitbit Versa series, which various studies have shown to be around 81 to 91% accurate in sleep detection. Or if you have sleep apnea, consider a Withings sleep mat, which actually has medical certification in Europe for detecting sleep apnea. Another feature that failed to land is stress tracking. While stress tracking may one day become a valuable stat, there's no evidence that even the best electrodermal sensors, which are similar to ECG sensors, do a great job at tracking emotional stress. And that's where the big problem is. The TicWatch doesn't include stress tracking sensors, but rather it uses its PPG sensor suite for heart rate measurement, which it then translates into stress tracking. So if you're interested in stress tracking, I'd recommend looking into a device that offers an electrodermal sensor. But overall, even with 2 fitness tracking features that don't work and the Wear OS app ecosystem, the TicWatch is without question the best Wear OS smartwatch ever made, owing to its strong performance at running Wear OS, its great price point of $299, and its killer battery life. So should you buy a TicWatch Pro 3? It's without question the best Wear OS smartwatch ever made, and its price point is excellent. So if you need a Wear OS smartwatch, at this very moment, it's a worthy purchase. However, I'd point out that the same Wear 4100 processor inside of the TicWatch is coming from companies like Fossil, and you may want to wait several months to see how the various Wear 4100 devices compare to each other. And that's it for this review. For a full-length review, please visit makeuseof.com.